Hey guys, how are you? And welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jordana, and if not, then thank you for coming back and taking the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. On today's video, this is gonna be one that I was planning for a while, but I didn't know if I wanted to do it, and now I finally decided. This is makeup products that suck. So some of them I don't even have them because I return them or finish them and I don't want to see them ever again in my collection. And some of them I have here and I'm thinking about putting them in a project pan because I want to just get them out of my collection and not look at them ever again. So yeah, if you want to see the products that I chose that sucked from my collection, then just keep on watching. And also, I bet you guys know, but disclaimer, not because I don't like these products in particular means that I don't like the brand. Most of these brands that I'm going to show you are favorites, or I have a lot of favorites, Holy Grail status products from the same brand. It's just that these ones didn't work for me for one reason or the other. Remember that we all have different skin tones, skin types, just a way we do our makeup and preference. So it just comes down to what you like in your makeup, on your face, on your skin, on your type of skin. Of course, I have a list. Okay, the first one, I don't have it, but you guys heard me talk about that on my empties and in my project pan. This is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Foundation. I changed my mind about that foundation. It started to make me oily, cakey, disgusting looking on my face. It gave me everything I don't want a foundation to give me. It gave me good coverage, but it wasn't enough to a point where I didn't care how my entire face looked throughout the day because I had some type of coverage. The Estee Lauder Double Wear has the most amazing coverage and it keeps me beautiful all day and flawless all day. It works with my skin, it doesn't break up on me, it doesn't look awful. This one just started looking disgusting. The way it got patchy on my nose and the way it lasted looking pretty for just 30 minutes is definitely not worth it for a Sephora, for a high-end foundation. It's also high in alcohol, so if you don't want something to be harmful to your face, then just that foundation is, I don't think, for anyone. Okay, this is another product that I changed my mind about, and it's the Tarte's Clay Paint Liner. This is the sort of eyeliner that when it gets a little bit old, and I'm not saying like 2 years old, it's just a little bit old, the packaging is the one that starts crumbling and damaging the product inside. So maybe I don't have anything against the liner. It's average right now for me. This used to be Holy Grail status. A product that's packed in the most crappy way shouldn't deserve the product that it has inside. So when the packaging gets a little damaged, even if you don't realize it, you apply the liner, it's a little bit drier, and then it starts to crumple all over your face like old mascara. The black one that I had, it started to look muddy and disgusting. If I paid $20-something for an eyeliner, I needed to work better than the Maybelline Eye Studio or even the Inglot one that it's not even $20. And I love the product when it's basically new, but I don't want a product that just lasts for 2 months and then it goes bad. The Becca Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base. It doesn't make anything perfect. It doesn't blur out my pores. It's just a mediocre pore blurring primer, and you guys know that those are the kind of primers that I use on a daily basis. These does not surpass my Benefit Professional or even my Dr. Brandt Pores No More. Those are still way over this one's head. This doesn't work for me. The pump, oh my god, the pump is just awful. This is already empty. I finished it yesterday. But the pump is just awful. It throws product all over and then it just stays down and all of a sudden it goes like poof and throws even more product. I don't like it. I don't feel like it makes a huge difference on my skin. To be honest, I've heard people talking about how it keeps their oils at bay or whatever. This one doesn't erase my pores. It doesn't blur them and it certainly doesn't keep me matte. It's just a product that I find to be just, I have to tell you, I think I just have like 2 Becca products that I don't like, but Becca products, Becca as a brand is one of the best brands I've ever tried and it almost never fails me. So yeah, this is a complete fail and this really sucks. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. If you're looking for a pore minimizing primer, try the other 2 that I just mentioned. This one is the Celestial Skin Liquid Highlight by Kevyn Aucoin. Kevyn Aucoin is an inspiration for me. It's the reason why I started to do my makeup when I was like 14 years old. He's inspiring. So for me saying something bad about him, it sucks. But every product that I've tried from him has worked beautifully except for this one. And I think this is a preference thing. Because in my opinion, just using a liquid highlighter is not something that it's worth it, because I'm gonna set it with powder because of my oily skin. And on top of that, this is a celestial highlighter. It's just soft and it's glowy, but really soft. There's even less of a point if I'm gonna wear a cream highlighter to wear a cream highlighter that's super subtle. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't really show up on my skin after I powder it. It wouldn't stay put if I didn't powder it. It's just not good for oily skin. I don't like highlighters that come in a cream form. Also, the formula went bad after about 6 months. And this product is super expensive for it to go bad in such a short amount of time. Okay, so the For Sally Rose Gold Elixir. This is a product that's loved by, I bet, many of you and many of the Instagram makeup artists or just Instagram makeup lovers. And I get the hype. I really love the scent of this one. It smells like oranges, so citrusy. It's really beautiful to look at even. It has gold speckles in it. This doesn't work with makeup, at least not on my skin. It didn't work for me with drops in the beauty blender, with drops on my skin, like tears on my skin to make it more highlighty. This made me more oily and it broke up every single foundation I used it with. So this is right now a product that I'm using as a skincare item. So if I'm just doing a few steps in my skincare routine, at the end I will press this oil into my skin and the next day I will still feel my skin super moisturized. For me that's good because I'm oily, so I don't need a super extra insane oil at night. Just with this one, 2 to 3 times a week, it works for me. I'm gonna get my money's worth, but I wouldn't recommend this to mix with makeup. For that, I would prefer the Cover FX Hydrating Drops. Those mix beautiful with foundation. I've used them in the past with my Estee Lauder Double, but this, it just breaks up my foundation. I don't know why. I shake it. Don't think that I don't shake it. It just doesn't work for me. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried this and it has failed you. Okay, the Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay. And Urban Decay is also a brand that I really adore. But the Naked Skin Concealer, I've purchased this one in the past. It didn't work for me. I finished it up. The shade range was bad. They expanded the shade range because that was when it was first released. And now the shade range is better. But this product doesn't really work for me, and I really want to love it because when I first apply it, it looks beautiful on my skin. I don't find it to be super high coverage, and for me that's something that's a preference. I prefer high coverage concealers. If not, I prefer to just wear my foundation as my concealer. I also love how lightweight this is, but I need more coverage. And also, have you guys seen the price per ounce? It's insane how expensive this concealer is and how actually it's really a small amount that it comes with. This also breaks up on me, so I don't know if it's because I'm oily. Every person that I know that loves this has drier skin, so let me know if you're oily, how you use it, how you set it, because this breaks up right here on me and starts looking cakey. So no coverage and looking cakey, and it breaks up, and it's super expensive. It's just pointless for me. So okay, I've always loved loose powders, and last year I put a NARS powder, but a pressed one, on my project pan. I fell in love super hard with that powder. I finished it completely, and after that I bought the NARS Soft Velvet Loose Powder in the shade Flesh. I know that the shade is wrong for me, but even if the shade wasn't wrong for me, this looks like if I had cake batter on my face and then powder on top of that. So just take a second to picture that on your skin. Just imagine like cake cream all over your face and then put powder on top. That's how this looks on me. It looks awful. Maybe I want to try it in different ways after this video because I haven't played with this one in a while. But every time I tried and used it, it was just disgusting on my skin. It sort of weird that a makeup brand that makes the same powder basically in a loose version and in a pressed version, the pressed one works beautiful and the loose one doesn't. After mentioning that one, I have to mention this one. And this is something about preference. This is the NARS Crystal Translucent Powder. And this used to be holy grail for me. And then I started to play more with it. And at one time, I did makeup on my entire family. Like 5 aunts, my mom, my cousin, and myself. Worst flashback ever. This makes you poreless though. It makes you really poreless and beautiful, but this is not a product that I would recommend for flash photography. And what I used it for was the baking technique. It bakes your skin beautifully, but if you're not going to take pictures, if you are by any chance going to take pictures, please stay away from the NARS Crystal Translucent Powder. People love this. This is holy grail for a lot of people, and I think it's an amazing product. This doesn't look cakey at all. It blurs out your pores. It's just wonderful, but the flashback, it's like nothing else. Like nothing else. This is a product that I don't have right now and that I'm never gonna buy. It's the Lash Paradise, the Voluminous Paradise mascara, and that one, I tried it and I thought it was beautiful, but that's a mascara that's about $9 to $10. After 1 month of making your lashes look pretty, or not even 1 month, it starts to get super dry and then crumples and ruins my entire makeup. And then if I'm just out and about and then I look at myself in the mirror, I don't know for how long I have had crumples of mascara all over my face. What? For $9 to $10? That means that I can get a Chanel mascara that will last me about 6 months and it would be cheaper. Or I would prefer to get the sister or the original Voluminous Carbon Black, and that one will last me also a while and it will never crumple on me. I know people say that it is a life-changing mascara. If you want life-changing, Superhero by E Cosmetics, the Chanel Le Volume de Chanel, the Voluminous Carbon Black, MAC Hottie Naughty Mascara. Those are beautiful mascaras, and come on, they don't smudge, they don't budge, they don't look like shit on your skin, and they don't ruin your makeup after you took about 30 minutes to an hour doing your makeup and then going out and making you look disgusting in front of everyone. There's no point. A mascara that I have to remember after even 20 to 30 days to stop using it because it already went bad is not worth it in my opinion. The Healthy Elixir Foundation. This one I did a review, so I'm gonna just link it or post it somewhere in the screen. I found it to be just good, like average. The coverage is beautiful. This is holy grail for Casey Holmes, and she's really oily, but for me, maybe it's the humidity of Barranquilla, but this melts off my face. I test my foundations going to work out and I do heat training, no AC, and this is like 100% humidity. It's awful. This is the kind of product that will start to melt when I'm sweating on the yoga mat or something. My holy grail foundations, they stay put through a workout. They don't budge, or if they budge, it's only a little bit, and I never see drops of sweat with foundation in them. This didn't work for me. It's too glowy in my opinion. Maybe it will work if you have drier skin, or maybe, I don't know, if the planets just mix together and you are one of those people that this work on, let me know. But for me, this was a fail. I'm gonna put in a project pan and I'm gonna see if I can use it as a contour shade. And I have a lighter one that I had to put in a pot because the bottle broke, but I want to put that in my project pan and just finish them. I'm not that mad because it's a drugstore foundation, but I still prefer L'Oreal True Match, the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation, the Pro Glow, even that one is beautiful, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. There are a lot of good foundations at the drugstore, it's just this didn't work for me. You know the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer is holy grail status. I'm almost done with mine, and that's why I got the Butter Blush. This sucks like nothing else. This is not even a blush. This is basically a highlight, and a crappy one at that. If it was a highlight, I would get it, but what kind of blush is that shade? Like, for me, these are not even blushes, and They are crappy highlighters. I know, or I think that I've heard that they came up with new shades and maybe those are deeper. They have the formula of the water bronzer, they should be good. But these two, I have the shade here, Natural Glow Plum Rose. These are crappy. Maybe if I give them to my sister-in-law, the one that's really, really fair, 00 skin tone, she will love them. So everything shows up on her skin. But these are just nothing that I would wear. They're just like, you know what this reminds me of? That being good quality. The MAC Beauty Powders. This is something like a beauty powder with bad formula. That's the way they make me feel. It's just nothing that I like. Also, we have to keep in mind that Physicians Formula is not a cheap, or it's not the cheapest brand at the drugstore. So even though these are drugstore, they're not cheap at all. For me to have gotten this and not something that I would love, being that there are a lot of things at the drugstore that are amazing, it's just wasteful. It's just wasting my money on something that was just crappy. I have another concealer, and this one I also put in a project pan, and I had to remove it because I couldn't even finish it on a project pan, and I think I'm a good panner. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. For me, coverage is essential, and what I want from a concealer is not only to be long wearing, but to have coverage. It has too little coverage. Also, for me, I like concealers that are higher coverage. If I'm gonna wear a lighter coverage foundation, which I sometimes do, tinted moisturizers or just skin tints or whatever, I like to wear a high coverage concealer to spot conceal or just cover a few things or make my under eyes look a little bit more flawless. They don't have to look extremely tart shaped tip flawless, but they need to look a little bit more full coverage to cover the stuff that actually needs coverage on my face. And these doesn't really do that. I find this to be better than the Naked Skin concealer, and it's more long lasting and it doesn't break up on me like the Naked Skin does. But I prefer definitely full coverage, and this is not it, and it's not even buildable. This has to be one of the worst powders in the history of powders. This is the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. This is top rated Allure Beauty or something like that. This sucks. This is disgusting. It makes you look like there's flashback. You already took a picture and got flashback without taking the picture and without the flash. That's like, I have to give a round of applause to Flower Beauty for accomplishing that. That's really, really an accomplishment, to make you look like you have flashback when you're not even taking pictures with flash. It's just a whole new level. I'm not gonna bash the brand because I've tried another powder from her. The other powder that I have is a tinted one. It's the most perfect powder from the drugstore. It makes you look poreless and airbrush. I have it in LO2 and I wanna get it in LO1 because I would use that every day. It's really stunning. It makes you look flawless. It's beautiful to bake with, even though it has a tint. But this is just an awful powder. Awful. You don't even have to bake with it to make it give you flashback. It's just only setting your skin. You have to just open it and it starts going everywhere. You inhale it. This is just a powder that I wouldn't recommend to anyone. This is a product that I would recommend if you don't wear makeup and you're oily, and if you always go barefaced. For this to keep your oils at bay is wonderful. It will keep you matte. I just did my makeup like 2 hours ago, and I put this on my nose, only on my nose, because that's the part of my face that gets oilier. I put the magnified mirror to look at my foundation and how it was looking, because it's a foundation that I'm also trying to finish and I'm not actually obsessed with. My nose looked like shit. Disgusting. Awful. Awful. So this product, I've tried to work it, and this is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. This is really, really matte. I don't like this. I've tried to love it in the past. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it just makes me look disgusting and cakey and awful, even if I grab the tiniest amount. If I tell you that this has lasted me for way over a year, I'm not lying to you. Most of the sample I've used and failed with the outcome of my makeup. So that tells you a lot. It's another Becca product, so I'm sorry, Becca. And it's another primer, but the other primers that Becca has are amazing. The bronzing one, the first light and the back light, they're beautiful. But this one and the other one, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Don't do that to me. At least the gray one, the pore minimizing one, doesn't do anything. But this ruins my makeup. So no, no, Becca, don't do that to me. No, it's not fair. And then I have the last product. And that's the Kat Von D brightening powder in the shade Petal. That one I got it because Casey Holmes also recommended it. And my friend Jamie, she also told me that she got it and that she liked it. And I don't know why, but on me, it looks super orangey, pinky orangey under my eyes. And it's supposed to be a brightening powder. I still have a little sample because I returned the full size. That for me wasn't a good powder. It wasn't a good one. It didn't make me look prettier. And it also, I felt like, you know when concealer oxidizes on you? That's how I felt the powder looked on my skin. For me, paying over $20 for a powder that's just for your under eyes, it must be good and it should perform amazingly, but that one didn't. So I ended up returning that, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I saw it on sale at Sephora the other day, and that for me is a bad sign. Sometimes they put on sale things that are amazing and they just have them on sale, but sometimes they put them on sale because they suck and people don't want to get them ever again. Maybe this was a negative video, but I actually love watching videos of makeup people regret buying, makeup that sucked, makeup regrets in general. So this is my makeup regrets. And I'm gonna keep this series up. I already have a list of 4 products. Every time my list goes up to 12 products, I'm gonna film another one of these. Please let me know in the comments below what products you hate and why you hate them, so that I know not to purchase them, or maybe to tell you why I love them. We have different tastes of makeup, so nobody should be angry with anyone that doesn't love the same things that they love. I love my husband, and maybe if you saw him, you didn't like him. You would be insane because he's a hottie, but maybe you wouldn't like him. So yeah, guys, that completes my video of today. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are part of my YouTube family. We are growing so much, and I'm so happy to see my channel grow. It has been super exciting also to see people commenting and interacting a lot on the comment section. I didn't have that before, and now I'm getting a lot more of that. And just stay tuned for more videos. I'm posting 2 to 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I've been more consistent. I hope you appreciate that. Always let me know what you want to see next on my channel. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.